Have you ever opened the refrigerator, pulled out leftovers, warmed them up for a quick meal, and felt good about not wasting food while still eating something healthy? But what if that simple habit could quietly harm your health, raising risks of gut trouble, inflammation, memory issues, or even long-term illness? Today, we're diving into 5 common kitchen foods that experts recommend not reheating, because doing so can create unwanted substances your body may struggle with. These are foods people consider healthy, yet heating them a second time can transform them in ways research links to bigger health risks over time. Stay with me to the end, not only to know which foods to avoid reheating, but also why these changes happen, what studies have found, and simple ways to eat these same foods safely without losing their benefits. Before we begin, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me bring more valuable health content your way. And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. If this message resonates with you so far, comment 1. If not, comment 0. All right, let's get started. Number 1, reheating leafy greens like spinach can create problematic compounds. Spinach is one of the world's favorite superfoods. People blend it into smoothies, add it to soups, toss it into pasta, or layer it into sandwiches. It's packed with vitamins that support your eyes, minerals that strengthen your blood, and antioxidants that protect your cells. Yet one common habit, cooking spinach, storing it, then reheating it later, can transform parts of this healthy plant into forms your body doesn't handle well. Spinach naturally contains certain plant salts. Fresh and lightly cooked, they are harmless and can even support circulation. But when cooked, left sitting for hours or days, and then reheated at high temperatures, those salts begin to change. First, they shift into a different form and eventually into compounds that researchers connect with digestive irritation and, in long-term exposure, potential tumor-forming activity. Some studies also suggest that these byproducts may interfere with nerve health, possibly contributing to forgetfulness or increased vulnerability to age-related cognitive decline. Because these changes happen quietly inside the food, most people never realize what's happening. Older adults are especially at risk. With age, our detoxification systems slow down. Something the body easily handled at 25 may become a burden at 65. Compounds that stress the gut or brain tend to linger longer and create more inflammation. Imagine cooking a large pot of spinach-filled stew on Sunday, storing the leftovers, and reheating servings throughout the week. Even if the food looks and tastes fine, you might be unintentionally exposing your body to these altered compounds again and again. But don't worry, you don't need to eliminate spinach, just adjust how you use it. Eat it warm fresh or lightly cooked. Store leftovers immediately, don't let them sit warm. Eat stored dishes quickly, ideally within 1 to 2 days. Use gentle stovetop heating rather than fast microwaving. Or skip reheating altogether, add leftover cooked spinach to cold salads or chilled dishes. If you're still with me and learning something new, comment once below. Number 2, reheating potatoes can allow dangerous bacterial growth. Potatoes are comforting, versatile, and found in almost every kitchen. Mashed, baked, roasted, or blended into soups. They're satisfying and budget-friendly. But problems arise when you cook potatoes, let them cool slowly, then store and reheat them later. Freshly cooked potatoes contain soft, digestible starch. But as they cool, this starch transforms into something tougher, resistant starch. A little resistant starch is great for gut health. However, when potatoes are cooled slowly or kept wrapped in low oxygen conditions, they can become a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. One dangerous strain in particular thrives in starchy, low-air environments. It can multiply without giving off a smell or creating visible changes. When reheated, especially inconsistently or at too low temperatures, the toxins it produces may remain in the food. These toxins can cause dizziness, stomach cramps, vomiting, or in rare severe cases, neurological effects. Older adults face heightened risks because the immune system and digestive system weaken with age. Modern research also shows a connection between gut health and brain health. So toxins causing gut inflammation may slowly influence memory, focus, and mood. Picture this. You bake a batch of potatoes for dinner, wrap the leftovers tightly in foil, and refrigerate them. A few days later, you microwave them for lunch. Convenient, yes, but possibly carrying hidden toxins you never detect. To enjoy potatoes safely, cool them up quickly, not slowly. Never store them wrapped in foil. Use breathable containers. Reheat only once and do it thoroughly and evenly. When possible, cook only what you'll eat that day. If they look, feel, or smell even slightly off, throw them out. If you're still with me and this is helpful, comment. On 2. Number 3. Reheating eggs can create inflammatory and off-flavor compounds. Eggs are a staple around the world. Affordable, protein-packed, and nutrient-rich. Scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, omelets, and breakfast sandwiches all rely on them. But reheating eggs, especially quickly or at high temperatures, can make them difficult to digest and may create compounds linked to inflammation. When eggs are first cooked, their proteins unfold into forms your body can easily use. But when reheated, those proteins tighten again, making them tougher and harder for your stomach to process. The fats in the yolk can also oxidize, creating compounds tied to inflammation and, over time, increased heart and brain stress. Inflammation is known to contribute to memory decline, reduced mental clarity, and long-term degenerative conditions. Older adults may feel these effects more strongly because their bodies process fats and oxidize compounds more slowly. For example, you might boil a dozen eggs for the week. When you reheat one on Wednesday, it might look normal, but the reheating process can change texture, increase sulfur compounds, and degrade the fats in ways your body doesn't love. Safer options? Eat cooked eggs, fresh or cold dough. Add leftover boiled eggs to salads or cold sandwiches. If warming eggs, use gentle, even heat, and don't heat them repeatedly. Store eggs in airtight containers and use them within a couple of days. If you're still engaged, comment via 3. Number 4. Reheating chicken can increase digestive stress and inflammation. Chicken is one of the most commonly prepared proteins worldwide. It's lean, versatile, and works in countless recipes. Because of this, families often cook chicken in large batches and reheat it throughout the week. But reheating chicken, especially quickly or unevenly, can cause digestive issues and contribute to inflammation. When chicken is first cooked, its proteins are tender and easy to digest. But during reheating, these proteins become tighter and more difficult for the stomach to break down. This can lead to bloating, gas, or discomfort, especially for older adults whose digestive enzymes naturally decrease with age. More importantly, repeated heating can encourage the formation of advanced glycation end products, compounds linked to chronic inflammation, aging of tissues, and increased risk of issues related to heart health, metabolic balance, and long-term brain health. You may notice reheated chicken becomes rubbery or stringy, an external sign of deeper protein changes. To enjoy chicken safely, eat freshly cooked portions whenever possible. If reheating, use low and slow heat to avoid toughening the protein. Consider eating leftover chicken cold in salads or wraps. Don't reheat chicken more than once. Store chicken in airtight containers and refrigerate promptly. If you're still learning something new, comment. Number 5. Reheating mushrooms can create oxidation and digestive stress. Mushrooms are nutritional treasures, full of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and compounds that support immunity and cell health. They bring rich flavor and texture to many dishes. But mushrooms are delicate, and reheating them can alter their nutritional profile, texture, and digestibility. Mushrooms contain a unique combination of proteins, fibers, and natural compounds that break down easily. When cooked fresh, they provide many benefits, But reheating, especially at high heat, can cause oxidation, reduce nutrient value, and make them harder on the digestive system. People often describe reheated mushrooms as rubbery or soggy, signs that their structure has changed. For older adults with slower digestion, this can lead to bloating or discomfort. Oxidized compounds may also contribute to inflammation, which affects both energy levels and brain clarity. An everyday example: you cook a mushroom risotto, save the leftovers, and reheat them tomorrow. The flavor dulls, the texture shifts, and the nutrient quality drops. Safer handling: store mushrooms in airtight glass containers. Eat leftover mushroom dishes cold when possible. If reheating, do it slowly and evenly, never repeatedly. For best results, cook mushrooms in smaller batches. Thank you for exploring these hidden risks with me today. From leafy greens to potatoes, eggs, chicken, and mushrooms, each food has unique reactions when reheated that can quietly affect your gut, energy, or long-term health. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 foods surprised you the most? What one change will you start making this week? Drop your takeaway in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more helpful insights. See you in the next video.